This is the Star Wars The Black Series in the 6-inch scale. Tobias Beckett and Val in Vandor 1 outfit. I picked up both figures at my local Toys R Us. And Beckett is from Wave 2 of Solo movie Black Series figures, while Val is from Wave 3. Okay, Beckett is 68, number 68, while Val is number 71. And here is back of the packaging, the bio. And here are Tobias and Val out of packaging, and the figures look absolutely stunning. This is one of the best works so far that Hasbro's done for the Black Series figures, and I am just blown away by the amount of details and accuracy that they've put in these figures. So let's start with Tobias Beckett, and wow, he's got that very, very good likeness to Woody Harrelson. Maybe probably made him younger by a little bit. And this is what really sells these figures, the wonderful head sculpt that Hasbro's been doing with their new face painting technology, and I really love it. Look at that. Okay, jacket made of soft PVC material. The sleeves are molded onto the arms. He's got a pistol belt, well, one pistol belt for 2 holsters, and they're separate pieces, but they've been glued on to his leg. And I think, no, the waist, it's not glued onto the waist, but the holster pieces are glued on to the leg. So, yep, boots, fantastic details. A little bit boring on the body, the paintwork, the paint apps on the body, but that's just the way he was in the movie. So I got details there. Nice. This movie really, I mean, Star Wars was supposed to be a space western, and it couldn't get any more space western than Solo. So, okay, he comes with 2 pistols, or 2 blasters, that look like old revolvers. I mean, really. So this one has a scope, and it fits nicely here. That really looks like a revolver. Okay, it fits nicely right here. Okay. This one you should be able to push it down a little bit further so you can put that strap on. Okay. So yeah, okay. Very cool. And this one has the new neck joint. The lower part of the neck does move. And the upper part of the neck also has a ball joint, so double ball joint. Shoulders, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, ball hinge wrists. This one goes up and down. This one goes up and down as well. Very nice, since he's going to be gunslinging and using both pistols on either hand. So it makes sense to have them go both up and down. Okay. Upper torso is on a ball joint. That's cool. Ball jointed hips. Thigh swivel. A little bit hindered because of the glued on holster. Double jointed knees, and again you can get that very close to 180-degree bend because of their new knee joint. So very cool. No calf articulation. Ball hinge ankles with a rocker pivot. So all in all, very pleased with this figure. Figure is going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't think they could have improved this any further. Maybe they've given him more guns. I suppose. Okay, on to Val in her Vandor outfit. So no overcoat, no nothing like that, because she was spent on her mission was reconnaissance, and she was supposed to warn them of any droids or alarms triggered, and she would set off the explosion. So that was her job at Vandor, and they've got this one very nicely. I mean, they've got it to a very accurate level that it looks so much like Thandie Newton in the movie. And the outfit, very accurate. I wish they could have given her more weapons, maybe long arms or other pistols other than it just looks like she has a shotgun. It's a nice weapon. No holster for that or anything like that, but I was kind of hoping they'd give her a long other blasters, like a longer rifle or something like that, but they didn't. That's fine. I think they spend most of the budget for this figure on the accuracy and detail of the figure. So let's start with the head sculpt. Wow, look at that. Thandie Newton. Love the hair piece, the hair sculpt, a separate piece molded on. The way the face has been painted, remarkable. Well done, Hasbro. Okay, she's got some detail, some fur on her outfit. She's got these goggles that are glued on. Pretty sure you can take it off if you wanted to. It's a separate piece, but the way Hasbro intended it to be, it's part of the fur on her coat, and you're not supposed to remove it. So that's fine, really, because I don't see how you can actually put the goggles onto her eyes without really stretching it too much. So that's fine. Okay, she's got all these tubing. Don't know what they're for, actually. They look like blood, like tubes and with blood going on through through the like in the hospital or something like that, because they're made of translucent plastic. So I'm not sure if that was the intent, but they look cool. It's just that not really sure what they're for. There's another tubing here. It sort of hinders articulation by a little bit, not that much though. They're elastic. They have some give to them, like this one. You can pose her arms this way and it'll stretch out a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend extending her arms too much because you don't want it to break. Because if it breaks, oh man, it's gonna be a pain to glue that back on. Okay, onto her waist cape. Very nice, soft PVC material. She's got these straps onto her legs, separate pieces, as well as these bungee cords attached to the back of her waist and the front of her waist. So pretty cool. Boots, not much to it. A little bit of a wash going on, but other than that, pretty cool. Nice paint apps. Both figures, nothing to complain about. The Star Wars paint apps, I have had very little to complain about paint apps over the years of these Black Series. Articulation, again, that new neck joint, ball joint here, ball joint downstairs, ball joint upper torso, ball hinge shoulders, like I showed you, ball hinge elbows. Again, don't stretch them out too far because you don't want to break those tubing. Ball hinge wrists. This one goes in and out. My the fist on my right, on the right hand, the right fist of this Val figure that I picked up was a little bit tight. I had to pry it open with a bit of a knife. I would pry it open a little bit with a knife, right there and there, because it was very tight back there. And for some reason, it's still tight. And I think it's the way that middle piece has been molded of the joint, and it's very, very tight. And I thought I had another stuck frozen joint, but I was able to remedy it, and it looks fine. So if you get a Val figure, I would not recommend you keep it mint and sealed box. Mint in box is fine, but I'd really recommend you check out the joints, because you don't want a factory defect on your hands. Okay, keeping it mint in sealed box. Okay, ball jointed upper torso, ball jointed hips. Look at that, very nice. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and then the knees are just amazing. I mean, even with just a single joint, you can go through like 110 degrees, but if you want that full 180, it is possible, and it's a very, very big knee joint. Looks awkward. Looks like she broke her leg, but it does the job of that 180 knee bend. No calf swivel, ball hinge ankles, and a rocker joint with a rocker pivot. So all in all, very, very nice. This figure is gonna get a 10 out of 10 for me. nothing to complain about. I'm really, really impressed with these figures that Hasbro's coming up with. So, final thoughts on the figures. Should you get them? Well, if you're a big fan of the Solo movie and you love the Black Series figures, these figures are an absolute must-have. If you're gonna get just, I mean, you can't get one of them. I was gonna say if you're just gonna get one of them, get Tobias Beckett, but seeing that the Val figure is absolutely amazing, I think you should get both of them or none at all. I mean, they come together. They should come together as a pair. I think they're great. I think Hasbro continues to outdo themselves with every single release of these Black Series figures. They're absolutely remarkable. I love the new face painting technology. I love the new joints, the articulation that they've been giving these new figures. Just the amount of detail on the outfits, the uniform, the paint scheme, the details, those molded in details that they've put on each of the new figures. I'm just loving it. So both figures are going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't see any way they could have improved it. They just are very good iterations of the Tobias Beckett and Val characters from the Solo movie. So best of luck to people hunting them down. They come each one per case. He came one per case for Wave 2, and he's going to be repacked in Wave 3. Val is one per case in Wave 3. This has been the Star Wars, the Black Series in the 6-inch scale, Tobias Beckett and Val in her Vandor 1 outfit. Thanks for watching.